Gunslinger hunters are getting quite a reworking in Destiny 2. Keep in mind that everything in this video could change by the time release rolls around, so just consider this a preview for now. Starting off, we have the new structure of the subclasses. On the left, we have the Golden Gun Super, which is just your traditional golden gun. Pop it, and you have 3 shots. At the top, we have some grenades, incendiary, swarm, and trip mine. I didn't mess around with them too much since I've just always liked the incendiary grenade over the others. At the left, we have the new Gunslinger class ability, Dodge. The top one is Marksman's Dodge, which will automatically reload your current weapon when you double tap crouch. Then we have Gambler's Dodge, which will regen melee energy when near enemies. I didn't get a chance to test how much melee energy gets regenerated when you do this because I was just having too much fun reloading my weapons instantly with Marksman's Dodge. The ability is on about a 17-second cooldown, so fortunately you won't be seeing it spammed quite as much as Shade Stepping currently is in the Crucible. For jumps, we basically have the same ones, just renamed. There's High Jump, which gives more height to your double jump, Strafe, which gives better directional control, so basically increased control jump, and Triple Jump, which adds an extra jump to double jump. I did a bit of digging and found that the attunement thing at the top is actually what block of skills you select on the right side of the screen. We don't know what the second is called, but the first one is called Way of the Outlaw. The top square is Bombs for Bullseyes, which causes precision hits to generate grenade energy. Chains of Woe will cause precision kills to increase weapon reload speed for both you and nearby allies. The bottom square is Explosive Knife, which causes your throwing knife to explode shortly after hitting an enemy. The right square is Six Shooter, which causes your golden gun to be fired quickly up to 6 times, but it causes it to also have a shorter cooldown. I'm a huge fan of the group utility that Chain of Woe offers. Gunslingers and hunters in general typically don't have a ton of group utility. I don't think it's worth it to stay huddled close to the hunter to get that buff either, but it will be nice if you happen to be near one and you need to reload a little bit. I'm sure DPS phases of fights will actually see some use of that as well. I think it's funny that Explosive Knife basically turns Throwing Knife into a sticky grenade. I'm not entirely sure that I like that since it doesn't feel like that's part of the hunter playbook, but you know, we have trip mines, so I guess that's another trap-like thing to have just for those that want to play that fantasy. Six Shooter was a little bit alarming to use since I didn't get to reload through the abilities before playing. Suddenly, having 6 shots is quite the boon in PvE, but it does last a much shorter time. So in PvP, you have to be sure that you will see your enemies before time runs out. No more popping Golden Gun and wandering. Bombs for Bullseyes is just a fantastic static buff which will be extremely valuable in both PvE and PvP, since it looks like stats like Intellect and Discipline aren't going to be there. This entire spec seems to focus more on your overall neutral gunplay rather than your super. We don't know the name of the bottom attunement, but the top square gives the Knife Juggler talent. This is exactly like the current one in game. Hitting a precision kill with your knife will immediately recharge it. The left square is Gunslinger's Trance, which reduces the cooldown of your golden gun with each precision kill. The bottom square, Crowd Pleaser, will cause precision hits with golden gun to generate orbs of light. Line 'em Up is the final ability on the right, and it causes precision hits with golden gun to increase its damage and extend its duration. So first off, it's nice that Golden Gun finally has the ability to register precision hits. Both Crowd Pleaser and Line 'em Up work wonderfully in tandem with each other due to this, and it's nice to be able to use your super on a boss and generate orbs of light for your team. Currently, you just look like an idiot. An awesome idiot, but still an idiot, and I say that as a Gunslinger main. The whole spec feels like it's heavily geared towards those that want to be a little bit selfish and flashy, since you can get that super back quicker and then generate more orbs for your whole team while increasing your golden gun damage. Knife Juggler just getting tossed in is an added bonus to the whole precision feel of this tree. I guess this one's more focused on your super than the other one, which is focused on neutral play. I will say that the Way of the Outlaw played out very good in PvE. There were a lot of passive bonuses running under the hood that I didn't really notice were benefiting me, which is a good thing, and that's kind of how the spec should work. I didn't have to drastically change my playstyle to suit it either. I just kept going for precision shots and was rewarded even more for it. The one disappointing thing is that these attunements can't really be respect. Like, I love the reload from Chains of Woe, but I really want that throwing knife recharge from Knife Juggler. You can't cherry pick and are forced into a spec that has one or the other. It's a simplification that makes the game easier to understand for a lot of players, which is good, but it's at the cost of a lot of long-term depth to the game. My current hope is that as DLC and expansions get added, there are more attunements offered than just the 2 with the current subclasses, or maybe there's more in the current game and we're just not seeing them yet. Variety is the spice of life, and I don't want it limited to just my grenade and jump choices and then one of 2 talent specs. It's a little bit too basic for me. I hope you found the information here helpful. If you did, a positive rating would be appreciated. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.